Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Elle Diablo show. My name's Elle Orlando. Maybe I'm putting the microphone too close to my face. What's up? How are you doing? Man, it's hot outside. This tweed coat is about to be a bad idea real fast, but what are you going to do? First of all, I want to say welcome to all the new YouTube subscribers. Thank you for being here and subscribing to my page. Honestly, it's hard to grow on YouTube. Okay. It's like a really hard platform to grow on. So if you like the podcast, one of the best ways to support the podcast is to subscribe on YouTube and to comment and let me know what you guys are thinking about the podcast, about yourselves, and about anything really. Just keep on commenting, baby, because we need that algorithm, that sweet, sweet algorithm. What's up, guys? What is it? Right now it's June 3rd. Ayo, birthday month. Let's go. What am I, 13? Sorry. I do like my birthday. I don't know what to tell you. I know there's two types of birthday people. There's the depressives, there's the one where it's like they don't want to, they make such a huge deal about not telling people about their birthday. They're like, you'll ask someone, "Oh, what's your birthday?" They'll be like, "I can't tell you. I just can't. It's not a happy day for me." And I'm like, "All right, drama. Okay, Batman, can we chill? Can we just tone it down for a second? I'm just asking what your birthday is. I'm not asking when you ask a guy when his birthday is, some of them act like you're asking them like their hand in marriage. It's like, I just want to, okay. I wasn't going to do the math on if we're compatible or not. Okay. If that's what you're thinking. I do that every single time, though. I do. I mean, it doesn't even matter. I did that with my Amazon Prime guy. Like, he was just like, "Oh, like, your birthday's this month." And I was like, "Oh, when's your birthday?" And he's like, "January 6th or something." It was like January something. And then I went immediately upstairs. I didn't even open my package. And I went into my little astrology app and I was like, January 6th with June 12th, compatibility. I just wanted to see. I don't know. Apparently, he would have murdered me. I don't know. That's what the app said. But I don't know. I don't know, guys. But here's the thing. So some people are very emotional with their birthdays. Yeah. And, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's, they feel like they have no friends and they don't want to get like down or rejected on their birthdays, so they just never even touch the damn thing. But you can still, like, I understand that feeling, right? Sometimes I feel like, honestly, every year around my birthday, I do think, hold on, do I have any friends? Because birthdays, yeah, you do kind of do a checklist of like, wait, okay, my birthday's coming up. Do I have any friends? And the immediate feeling is no, but I have so many friends. And I've been in this weird phase of my life where I feel very lonely, but I have so many friends. Well, the thing is, it's hard because, all my friends are comedians in New York. And then I have all these other friends with families, like husbands and kids, and they're all dead to me. So it's hard to balance. No, I do love my friends with kids. I do get jealous, though. I'm like, I see the way you love your kid, and I just want the same love and attention. What don't you understand? And I think as a friend myself, like, what kind of friend am I? I think I do need a lot of attention, But then I'm also very particular. So I only want attention when I want it and not, because a lot of times, I mean, I'll go through phases of life where people are hitting me up. Let's hang out. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I'm like, oh God, what is this? What am I, the most popular person on earth? Like, absolutely not. I'm busy. You know, I have, a schedule and, you're impeding my space. And I get kind of like annoyed. But then I deny everyone. And then I'm like, wait, why do I have no friends? It's because I piss people off. I don't piss people off, but they come, I push them away. And then I'm like, hey, where are you guys going? But I think birthdays is like just a season of life where you kind of recount. I don't know why birthdays and friends really do go to, I guess the party, there's always like there's a party with the birthdays, can be, in terms of birthday themes, and you do need friends for the party. Can you imagine? You can't have a party with no friends. And so when I'm thinking about my birthday this year, I was like, yeah, I guess. And I think it's so fake, right? Like, I think the way I'm thinking about birthdays is how TV has romanticized like relationships, TV and films, and how that's not really what it's like. And I feel like we've done that with birthdays too. Like, everyone thinks, oh, if you're not having this huge blowout birthday party on your birthday, then you're a loser. Oh man. And then being a loser on your birthday, that's like my biggest fear. And then I guess if you opt out on your birthday, who's not the loser, who's in control? I guess you are. So I think the long story short is nobody wants to be a loser, especially on their birthday. But it doesn't mean, just because you're a loser on your birthday doesn't mean you're a loser all the time. It just, maybe you're just a loser on your birthday. Wow, that sentence even feels really sad. I would say just don't even worry about it. Fuck it, be a loser. Why can't we be losers, by the way? I feel like the whole world has really, what's the word? It's just really, not extradited, but it's really, we kind of kicked out this whole concept that people are allowed to be losers, with the internet and the internet. And the internet, like, everyone's supposed to be a winner. Everyone's supposed to be cool. What about Meghan Markle? She's like the biggest loser on earth and everyone hates her for it. But I'm like, we have to have some people on this earth that are straight up losers. Like, losers need representation, okay? And I think it's okay to be a loser. And who else is a loser? Man, so many people. Who else is a loser? And it's not bad to be a loser. I think my biggest fear is to be a loser, but I should just be a loser. I should be like, yeah, I have no friends. I have a lot of friends. But see, that's a loser in me being like, yeah, I have a lot of friends. I do though, and you can't tell me I don't. But am I having a huge ass, blowout birthday party? No. It's hard. I mean, it's hard in an industry to have close friends in a creative industry, because the thing is, when you are in a creative industry, not everybody, but a lot of people want to secretly destroy you. And I'm sure that's true in like all industries. I'm sure that's true in like a 9-to-5 workplace. You have your favorites that you'll go to bat for, right? And you think they're your best friends, but promotions, political office politics get in the way, and Things can change overnight. And I feel like that's how it is in stand up too sometimes. So you always want to trust your friends, but I feel like you can't trust people 100%. Cause you never, the people you can trust, I mean, like the people you can trust 100% are like your high school friends, your friends from college, people who have a tenure with you. Okay. Those are people you can trust. I mean, my college friends, I was thinking about it. I can't even believe they're still friends with me. They've had to put up with me for so long and they're still my friend. And I'm like, wow, they deserve an award. I don't think I'm an easy person to be friends with, unfortunately. I would, in theory, I would like to think I am. I'm very loyal, you know. I miss my mouth. Very loyal. Let's see. I think I'm just so particular. I'm so black or white that it's difficult. I also like, I think it's hard for women to be friends with me sometimes because sometimes I have like personality of a guy, and don't even bring into this you know, gender roles or like not, what's it called? Non-binary bullshit. I do not even, once someone came out online recently, it was a singer. She was like, I'm non, some days I'm a woman and some days I'm a man. I'm like, yeah, you're a tomboy. This has been a term for years. We're not like figuring out anything new here. But anyways, and I feel like sometimes my masculine personality traits with a female group is a bit disruptive because I think my theory is, female girls, and I need female friends. I can't just I need male friends and I need female friends. I need balance. And I think everyone should strive for balance because only one is not great, because then you're all guy friends. I mean, is really fun and you can joke around all you want. No one's getting pissed. You can even be mean to each other. And if they get upset, you can call them gay. Like, that's the funnest part about being friends with guys. Like, they can never get upset with you. There's no like fights, there's no like, oh, he said this. And like, what did he mean by that? It's like, you can just, if you have an issue, you can get rid of it immediately. But then if you try to talk about anything emotional with a guy, like one time with a guy friend, basically if you try to talk any like emotional like situations or issues with a guy, you'll want to set yourself on fire. For instance, I had a guy friend one time, I just or whatever, went through a breakup and I really liked this guy. Like, I was really obsessed. Okay. And I was really upset about it. I was trying to talk to my guy friend about it. And he said, Elle, look at the bright side. Okay. Now that you're not, with this guy anymore, now you have the opportunity to have sex with everybody. Are you fucking kidding? Oh, so now it should just be a big whore? That's your answer to a broken heart? Start an OnlyFans? I mean, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And they don't get it. They're like, what? That's good advice. Have sex with everybody and maybe me. Who cares, And this is why you need female friends, because female friends actually have, a heart. They have if you have a problem, they're like, I want the details. Guys, they don't want the details. They want like bullet points. And I'm like, yeah, but the devil's in the details. And the guys are like, I don't give a fuck about the devil. I just want the bullets. And I'm like, you won't understand. And the girls are like, I'm here and I want to hear the whole thing. And I want to hear the whole thing 17 times. And I think we need to go through the same story over and over and over again until we can crack the code of why someone so ugly wouldn't want to be with someone so beautiful and majestical and fantastic, and someone with juicy, huge titties, just as yourself, Elle. And no, I don't have juicy, huge titties, but girlfriends would tell you you do anyways. And that's the point. And so that's why you need the girlfriends. And yes, sometimes, I mean, a great example was, I don't know if I should do a great example, but I think with the girlfriends is that girl groups, they thrive off of group cohesion, emotional, like, emotional mirroring. We all feel the same way. And if you're not, and if you're going in, and sometimes I go in with ideas, I go in with facts, I go in with problem solving, which is very like masculine. The girls are like, yeah, we're not trying to solve the problem. We're trying to discuss how we feel about it. And I get it. And sometimes I just have to let the groups, talk amongst themselves and not disrupt the flow. Sometimes I just have to, I'm better one-on-one. In groups, there's all these hierarchies. I'm not really good with a hierarchy. I kind of just like say whatever. I say whatever and I get in trouble. But birthdays, my birthday's coming up. Like I said, I'm going to have a huge party with all my friends. There's going to be like 3 whole people there. No, it's going to be fun. I'm just going to have like a couple of drinks. It's no big deal. It's like, when you turn 25, it's not a big deal, so, I'm 25 plus a couple more years. Just kidding. Sorry. I'm 31 and I'm 31. I'm turning 32. So pause for everyone puking in their mouth. And okay. Hope you guys are good. And we're back. Yeah, dude, I honestly, when I was younger, I always thought about like what it would be like when I was in my 30s. And I was like, wow, like 30s, like I'm still excited. Honestly, society tries to, tear me down, not tear me down, but like, I feel like society tries to, implant these like little negative things in your head that like when you're 30s, you're too old and you're dying and you're useless. But I'm like, I always thought when I was younger, I always idolized someone in their 30s because I always thought like they have their shit together. Like they're doing stuff and, it's supposed to be the hottest, you'll ever be in your 30s. Your physical peak for men and women is when they're in their 30s. And, I'm doing things I like to do. I'm really happy with my life and all that good stuff. But this does happen to me sometimes where I'll see a girl online like super. This happened to me with an influencer podcaster girl. I won't name names because you guys are going to take it the wrong way. But I see her and I'm like, wow, she's so rich. She's so beautiful. She has it all together, but she's probably like 39. So, it's okay. Like I'm only 31, I'm not there yet, but she's 39. So I have time. And then I Google like, oh, what is her age, by the way? And she's 32. And I'm like, fuck, damn it. Feels like everyone, 30s is the time you're supposed to figure it all out, I guess. I mean, I have most of it figured out. It's just the money part I haven't figured it. And I have it figured out in theory. I have it. I'm like, well, the plan, my financial plan is to become a famous stand-up comedian, make a lot of money, and that's a pretty good plan to me. And I'm underway pretty good. My show is really good. You guys should come out if you guys live in St. Petersburg, freaking Edmonton. I'm going to Edmonton, Canada. It's AB. It doesn't stand for Albania. It stands for Alberta. It might as well be in Albania because I looked at that flight pattern. It looks like this on a map. If you have to be on YouTube to see how big, how the trip plan from New York City to Edmonton. You guys, I'm flying this much. Oh my God. I looked at that and I was like, I wish I saw that before I agreed. Please come out to that show. I'm doing 6 shows and this is how far I'm traveling. And think of the plane as like like an ant. I can't believe I'm going to be in a plane that long. I'm trying to have a positive attitude towards planes, but it's really hard. And I saw that Nathan Fielder, freaking genius, his whole rehearsal thing where he flew an airplane. If you're not caught up, cry me a river. He flew a Boeing commercial airplane and he paid all the actors to, be passengers because that was the loophole. I can't believe he did that. And I'm also like, and he did it. And the whole time I was afraid if I was a passenger, I'd be freaking out. I'd be like, anything could go wrong. But he's such a comedic genius. Like, of course he doesn't want to die. I'm sure everyone doesn't want to die no matter what. But I do feel like if you have talent, you maybe don't want to die a little bit more than other people because you're like, oh, I kind of have something to give back to the world in terms of like comedy, talent, entertainment, like there might be just like, and so in that, I think I would have trusted him. And I think I would have also specified I want to be buried next to Nathan Fielder. Sorry. That would have been in my must-haves. Would have been in my rider. But yeah. And then so they're showing Nathan, flying this plane, commercial Boeing 737. And in the front, and I'm like, ooh, that looks comfy. I want to be in the front. I would not be afraid of planes if I got to fly in the front where you're just like surrounded by gadgets and buttons that apparently you're not supposed to press. I'm sure you're supposed to press the right ones, but all those buttons and those comfy seats. Oh, the seats had like fur on them and it was just like you and a guy. I would not be afraid of flying planes. No way. If I was in that and you get this beautiful view, I think if they would have a camera setup of the cockpit that the rest of the passengers could see, I think that would install a lot more confidence within the passengers in the flight, and for their flight and then maybe they would have, I think that's a good idea because then they could see what's going on. They could be like, it would be like a reality TV show. What are they talking about? And there could be a waiver like, the pilots are allowed to talk about whatever they want to talk about just as long as they land the plane. Just as long as everybody doesn't blow up, they're allowed. Hey, sure, I did a little cocaine last night. So what? Did a little bumpski. How about you? Oh, I'm hungover. Cool. Well, if you land the plane, you don't get arrested. I think that solves. Nathan Fielder is solving plane crashes. I think I'm solving, what's the word? Passenger anxiety. I think we should pass this along to Nathan Fielder because I think it would really, or if I could sit in the pilot's lap, I don't know. Things we could talk about later. This is my birthday coming up. Maybe I could ask. Maybe if it's your birthday, you can sit in the pilot's lap. That'd be a good birthday gift. My birthday is I don't know if you guys, let me know if you guys share any birthdays with any interesting people. I share a birthday with Anne Frank. It's not a joke. Don't laugh. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's very serious. It's kind of funny. It's not funny, but I love it. I love that I have the same birthday as Anne Frank. Did you know I'm Ashkenaz? I'm Ashkenaz. I don't tell people, especially not in this climate, but I'm truly a Jew in hiding. Yeah, and I actually like, not only am I Jewish, I'm like proper Jewish. Like it's my mother's mom. So my great grandmother on my mother's side through my grandma, she is Jewish. What happened was, so my grandmother, mom's side, she was adopted because this guy in Skokie, these Polish people, hot Polish guy actually. I saw a picture. He hooked up with this Jewish woman, and that was not cool during that time, I guess. And she got pregnant with my grandmother. She didn't want to abort it because, I mean, how do you even abort children during that time? I mean, I don't even know. You'd have to get a stick. It would be painful. I think it was like a 50% death rate. So she has the kid. She puts it up for adoption. That's my grandmother. So she's 50% Jewish, 50% Polish. My grandmother doesn't know anything about her biological parents. She grows up in Southern Illinois. She was adopted by a rich family. Ayo, woohoo! The Bonifields, which is such a rich Southern name. Joyce Bonifield. The Bonifields. Unfortunately, they were really mean to my grandma. They beat her ass. She was beautiful. My grandmother was beautiful. And so she gained a lot of like male attention, and then they like beat her for like being a whore, when it's like all these guys were just like looking at her because it's like, damn, she fine. There's like 3 people in this town and she's like insanely pretty. And they ended up not giving her any, there was something crazy, like they were really wealthy, but then they ended up not giving her any money because she didn't marry the guy that they wanted her to marry. She ended up marrying my grandpa, and they were pissed. So they gave like most of her trust fund to a charity. So she got a little bit, but it's not generational wealth. I come from a normal family. But then, my grandmother, so then she learns through 23andMe that she has these half siblings. She tries to reconnect. They were fucking dicks. They were like, we don't want anything to do with you. I'm like, okay, Jesus. Polish people, eh? And I actually love Polish people, by the way. I grew up with a ton of them in Chicago, so no hate, just like these specific ones kind of suck. But then through that, my grandmother learns that she was half Jewish, or Jewish in a way. And then she bought a menorah and she said, we're Jewish now. And I'm like, I don't think that's how it works, but it could work like that, technically. So yeah, I'm Ashkenaz, Anne Frank, same birthday, June 12th. I don't think we are, Geminis, Everyone says we're liars. It's not nice. Not to Anne Frank. Come on now. You can't be calling Anne Frank a liar. Not in this climate. Come on. Come on now, sweetheart. Let's see. What else? How long have we been? Oh, 30 minutes. Golly. Golly. I want to do some advice. I need to read the advice. I forgot to do it last time. Let's go through it. Sorry, my voice is so... You know what men are like so annoying to me about? Is the vocal fry. And I guess I'm hearing, I didn't know what a vocal, guys are like vocal fry or fucking vocal fry. They hate it, I guess. I'm not trying to vocal fry. I think my voice is just dry right now. So, I mean, sorry. I was also on a phone call before I did this podcast, so that probably didn't help anything. All right, let's check it out. Elle Diablo advice. The best advice. I was going to say the worst advice. The best advice. No, I'm good at advice. Okay. Write in, you guys. If you want me to read your advice, you want me to help you. I'm really great at advice. Okay. Just write in, email lddiablopodcast@gmail.com. I will fix all of your problems. Guaranteed. Hey, Miss Orlando, any advice for a repressed beta male who can't control his urges? Ugh. No judgment and can be overwhelming imagining a whole future with a prospect too soon. Well, here's the thing. I think a lot of young men are struggling with this. I think what you're saying is you want to cheat on everyone. You don't want a relationship. And the thing is, I feel like men are, they're thinking too much about relationships. First of all, you can have a relationship with someone and you can break up. Like, just because you're in a relationship with someone doesn't mean you have to marry them. You can just have a time. You guys, stop freaking. You guys are freaking out. You're allowed to leave. There's no chain. No one's chaining you to a wall just because you date someone. And you're allowed, and let's say you date someone and you're having a great time, and then you feel like, oh, I want to cheat on this person. All you have to do is break up with that person and say, hey, I just want to see other people right now. It's not a big deal. What are you guys freaking out about? Oh, but they're going to be mad. Who cares? It's life. These are relationships. Commit to yourself. Commit yourself to a person for a month. Break up. You guys only practicing, not polygamy, but like promiscuous, hookup culture doesn't serve you. It's teaching you horrible lessons. It's making you more afraid. Okay. It's giving you like, I think it's like the more you stay inside, a great example is during the pandemic, obviously we were inside a lot, and I wasn't even driving a car. Right. And then eventually, like months later, they're like, okay, you can go drive around, do stuff. After not driving a car for like 3 months and staying inside, I was like super scared to drive a car. Even though I know how to drive a car, it's not a bit, I'm a good driver. I was very afraid because I just haven't done it in a while. The longer you avoid relationships and real intimacy, the more afraid you're going to be to commit yourself to someone. And committing yourself to someone gives you discipline, it gives you value, it gives you long-term goals, and it builds your character. It builds your character. And it's the difference between, eating healthy and eating, fast food. Fast food feels good in the moment and it's fun, but you do it forever, you're going to die of a heart attack. You're going to fucking be fat and disgusting. And then nobody will want you. If you eat lean, you'll live longer. Yeah, it's harder, but has way more benefits long term. And the same is with dating. Like, I feel like a lot of guys think that, if they commit to someone, they're cutting off their own freedom. You are not cutting off your own freedom. You're actually building security. You're building a security that gives you way more freedom that you could even imagine. And it's all this whole like, oh, she's taking away my freedom because I'm in a relationship. That's all in your head, and you're making that up, and you're making up your own problems, essentially. I think commitment in anything, discipline in anything, does nothing but serve you emotionally, physically, period. So think about that. Next one. Okay, so my neighbor and I used to bang, and now we mostly interact when he takes care of my cat when I'm on vacation. Okay. And I like the occasional drink. Okay. He's watching my cat right now. When I get home, I think I want to start things back up with him again. Can you give me a good pickup line to use? Since you have history, one, banging your neighbor, horrible idea in general. But it seems like you guys have like a okay rapport of some sort. Like it didn't end bad, but in general, I was just like, you don't want to make your home a toxic place, But it seems like you guys are okay. So in terms of pickup line, forget the pickup line. You guys have history, okay? And if you want to start it back up again, the next time he's watching your cat or he's like in your home and you come home and you want to start things up, just be like, hey, why don't you stay for a little bit? And he's going to be like, what? And you're going to be like, why don't you stay for a little bit? He's going to be like, why? And then just be like, because I want to make out. And he's going to be like, what? And you're going to be like, because I want to make out. And then he's going to get so fucking excited. And then you guys are going to start making out right there. Sometimes you just have to be like extremely honest. And like, that's the sexiest thing you can do. Pickup lines are like for people who don't really have personalities, respectfully. And I think you do. So I think you should just be straight up and just be like, yeah, I just want to kiss, and just be confident. And with that, being very straightforward, if he is not into it anymore for some reason, you'll know, and it's not a big deal. But like, that's the gift of being straightforward, 100%. Either way. Okay. Next one. Hello. I was talking to a woman in work, and we agreed that we would talk outside of work. I gave her my number, and when I asked for hers, she said she'd text me. This was last week, and she still hasn't texted me. We still talk and laugh in work. Is there anything I can do? Unfortunately, no. She was just taking your number to be nice. And a lot of women will do this to be nice because they don't want to say no to men, because a lot of the time it's not that women, it's that women are afraid of men. And a lot of times when women reject men, you guys don't take it well, and you guys are mean, or you're combative, or you murder. So we'll just be like, yeah, sure. And then if there's no follow-up after that, that means she's not into you in that way, but she likes you as a friend. And it sounds like you guys get along really well. So I would say value that platonic friendship, because not a lot of guys get to have female friendships. So it's still a win, and you're lucky. Last one. Ooh, second to last one. All I do is smoke weed and play basketball and hang out with friends. And my GF and study. Study is spelled STUDIE. And I get good grades. And yet for some reason, I feel bored. Like there's nothing more. And I just don't know what to do. Okay, well, basically, yeah, it's just a lackluster life you're describing. And it sounds like a good life. It's not, I'm not saying you have a lackluster life, but you're feeling some lackluster, and it's because you're not pursuing something creatively, or it doesn't, you're not feeding your like spark or things that you're like really interested in. So I think you have to make it like your number one priority to find out what that is, what makes you excited about life, beyond studying, because it's not working for you, because you spelled study as STUDIE. But go travel. I don't know, like save money, go travel, figure out, you gotta figure out what like lights your fire, essentially. And then once you figure it out, you gotta just do it full gas. That's not what they say. Full throttle, no stop, maybe. I don't know. But that's the only solution. That's the only solution, baby. And I feel like that's enough advice for right now. I don't want to like overdo it. I think we've done a lot. We got a lot of ground here. And let's see. I saw the Friendship movie last night by myself, and it was really good. So just a FYI. And yep, I'm going to be on the road. Come out if you live in Canada, if you live in St. Pete, if you live in Bloomington, Minnesota. Yeah, these are random dates. I have a touring agent. She's working, she's doing her thing. Okay. More dates are coming in the fall. I think I'm going to do an hour in New York sometime this summer. So watch out for that. I haven't decided on a date, maybe to August. All right, everybody, you have a good week. Don't be afraid of a fucking relationship. Don't be a pussy. You're allowed to break up with them. No one's chaining you down. Okay. Have a good day. Bye.